Greetings and salutations, my fine fanatic fellows. We are the Broken Weebs, and welcome to the fourth installment of this so-called podcast. My name is Elliot.
And my name is Cody. Today, there is no tier list. We are going to be asking a non-weeb some questions, and he will be asking some questions to us. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Any day now.
Hello, my name's Luke. I heard of this anime. I thought it was cool. Let's go.
Don't know what was with the accent, but glad to have you here, buddy.
Yeah.
Right.
So, don't really know where to start off, but
It's just an asking question type thing, and just general talking. So,
yeah.
I mean, we could either start with asking you a question, you could start with asking us a question, just, anything. Anything at all. Go ahead.
Jojo.
Oh god, okay, go, yes.
Okay, yeah. Both seen it.
What was the plot of Jojo? Tell me.
Which part?
Well,
Which part?
I'll tell you what, you decide.
should we say all of it in order?
Yeah, might as well.
Well, from, the anime.
Yeah.
Right, Phantom Bloods. To summarize it really simply, rich guy has rich son, rich guy gets an accident, poor person is going to kill him and steal stuff, but then accidentally saves him, or misinterpretation thinks saves him.
Oh.
So then they're in debt. The poor person who was going to steal his son is then adopted by the rich person because the bad person dies from illness.
Oh.
I know. He was a prick anyway. And then the poor guy who was adopted has more manners than the rich son. They get along, yet they don't at the same time.
Is
Like
this
a lovely
the
relationship.
Golden Wind I've heard so much about?
No,
That's really, really far on.
4 parts too early. Man.
These two brothers, the rich son and the poor adopted son. The poor adopted son does bad stuff, rich son doesn't like, but also likes him. Like a love-hate relationship, kind of in a way. And then he comes across a thing known as a stone mask, who is apparently, I can't remember what the specifics were, but the stone mask thinks it could grant immortality.
And they're like gods as well.
No. Not gods.
Oh.
The poor son realizes that, ooh, this stone mask thing looks interesting. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to reject my humanity and become one with it. Bada boom, bada bing. A few episodes later, he becomes a vampire from the stone mask. Ooh.
I mean, yay! Sorry, I don't know what emotions to convey. You've got to... Cody has to tell me over the intercom what emotions I should convey, so I don't give away my position as the lizard that I actually am.
So we have poor adopted son has now become vampire. Ooh, main
Surprise!
antagonist, Joey.
Cody emotion.
Surprise.
Whoa!
Lovely. Now the rich son is like, I have to try to put a stop to this because this is bad. So I'm going to go out and find a way to beat him. Upon doing so, he comes across this mysterious man called Baron Zeppeli, who says, "You're breathing wrong," and proceeds to puncture his lungs with a finger.
For a finger.
Just pokes him really hard and breathes better. Ta-da! Magic.
You got rid of his lung cancer.
What a white.
No.
Jojo.
And thus is the Hammond breathing, being able to channel your life energy into sunlight energy that can repel vampires.
So it's like the Dawn Guard in Skyrim then.
I don't know if they can use Hammond, but probably.
I hope so.
That would be interesting.
It'd be Jojo in Skyrim, that'd be cool.
The rest of that part goes on, if I can remember properly. They think they defeat him, but they don't defeat him. Well, no, I think they succeeded. Fuck, I can't remember. They learn Hammond, stuff goes to shit. Cody, you take over, I'm forgetting a lot of this.
Part 1, so, where you, what happened, they...
Skip to the end. They're on the boat.
They're
Go from there.
they're on this boat with this guy called Speedwagon. Well, he's not on the boat. He's like saying bye bye, and He's on this boat, and then like the boat explodes, and then Dio, the bad guy, the vampire guy, he survives with just the head.
But didn't they do the torture dance? It's the funny meme.
No, that's
Golden Wind, that's later.
4 parts later. And now we're on to part 2.
Huzzah, battle tendencies.
Wait,
in New
Cody emotion.
York.
Wacky. I'll start with part
Sure.
2. Part 2, there's this dude called Joseph Joestar.
He's the hairdo guy, isn't he?
No, that's Josuke. He is Jonathan's son, in quotations. So he's like, whoa, I'm British, mate, and I've gone to New York, and I'm like,
Sounds Australian.
ayo, in it, mate. Yeah, Australian, Britain, same thing.
I get it.
Australia isn't even
Australian
Europe.
doesn't exist.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, he's like, whoa, I can use this thing called Hammond because my cool dude taught me it. He's like, wah, 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 and then like Speedwagon gets captured by this guy called who's like a German guy who's like, yeah, power and all, and then he's like, I'm gonna go to that place called Italy. I'm gonna go to Italy and be like, I'm gonna save you, and then he dresses up as this woman and goes, I'm gonna give you tequila, and then he knocks out these 2 guards.
Who dresses up as a woman? Is it Joseph or the German person you're mentioning?
Joseph.
Joseph, cool.
And he's like, here's some tequila, and then he knocks out 2 guards, and then he goes and saves Speedwagon from the German guy. But this German guy's doing an experiment on this guy who came from a pillar. Dun dun dun.
Oh, the Pillar Man.
Exactly. And he's like, whoa, he's actually a thing that doesn't like sunlight. So then he's like, I'm actually a vampire. Dies.
Yo.
Dies. And then
What's
he's
that?
like, then he meets this guy called Caesar, like Caesar salad, and he's
Is that where Caesar salad comes from?
yeah, and
It's Baron's grandson.
He's Baron's grandson, exactly. He's Caesar salad, Caesar Zalepi salad, and he's like, whoa, I can use Hammond, but better than you. And then they're like, they're like angry at each other because they're like whiny boys. And then they're like, oh no, some other stuff happens, and then there's another Pillar Men, but there's actually 3 of them: Cars, Whammoo, and the one no one remembers.
ECDC.
ACDC.
Similar to ACDC. It's DC.
It's ACDC, Whammoo,
DC.
and Cars with a K. And they're like, whoa, you 2 can use Hammond, but you're not strong enough yet. Here, I'm gonna kill you. And then Joseph is like, no, give me 30 days to train, and then I'll defeat you. And he's like, oh, okay, but here's a ring. If you don't show up in 30 days, you're gonna die and explode. And they're like, whoa. And then he goes with Caesar to this place, still in Italy, and they're like, whoa, there's this really hot woman called Lisa.
Yo.
And she's like, I'm gonna train you how to use your Hammond. And they're like, whoa. And then they climb this massive tower filled with water or something, and then
Oil.
water, oil, same thing. And then some other stuff happens. And then ECDC, Whammoo, and appear, and they're like, haha, it's not been 30 days, but I'm still gonna fight you. Then Joseph fucks up ECDC because he's like, haha, you stepped on some spikes, and now you're dead. And then
Is that the trap card from?
Uno reverse card. He's like, whoa, and they're like, wah, and then Caesar is like, whoa, I want to go fight that Whammoo guy. So then he runs off and is like, whoa, I'm gonna fight this Whammoo guy. And then they fight Whammoo, like, well, Caesar does, and then Caesar loses, and then Stone, then like this rock falls down and stuff, and he's like, and then like
Splat.
Splat, yeah, exactly. He's like, there's like splat. There's a massive splat, and then he dies. Very sad. And then Joseph is like, Caesar, Caesar, and then then he fights Wamu in this like chariot race and wins because he's the main character and Wamu isn't. And then he's
Alright.
like, whoa.
Okay, I have to say that's cool or no.
There is. When?
Uh,
I don't know.
Cody, do you know?
Come on, Joe. I mean,
No.
Cody. Jojo. Joe, tell me,
Jojo.
Jojo.
Jojo, and then oh no, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Don't worry, Luke. And then they kill Wamu, and then Kaz, the main guy, is like, whoa, the stone mask that Dio turned into zombie. He's like, whoa, look at the stone mask. I just need a ruby for it. This happened ages ago, but I kind of forgot to add it. Anyway, he's like, whoa, I got the ruby now. And then, like, Lisa, the one that trained, it turns out he's actually Joseph's mother. Whoa! Crazy! And then, like, she gets knocked out, and then Kaz, like, starts playing guitar with her leg. That's... Whoa, that's crazy. And then he puts the mask, the red gem in the mask, he puts on the mask, and he becomes the ultimate being. And he's like, whoa, I can grow wings. Whoa, I can make fish become scales. And then they have a massive fight. Fight.
And then he turns into the Joe Man, doesn't he?
Then he gets shot up into space from a volcano.
Oh,
and
no.
that's part 2. Part 3. Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
you're next. Part 3.
Yeah, I'm going to try to summarize it as basic, simply as possible.
Yep.
So we're going to just skip ahead from, like, later into the first episode. So we're going to ignore the introduction bit, just go straight to the main character of the series, Jotaro Kujo.
Okay.
He is arrested for beating up some ruffians in the street, and they're like, oh,
Absolute Chad moment.
However, the police and the other people in the cell are confused. Randomly, he keeps, like, bringing things into his cell from outside of the cell.
Yeah.
Like a magazine, or perhaps a drink, or a gaming console.
Or a
How did
go-kart.
he do that? No, all that as well. It's because he has what's known as an evil spirit, or he thinks is an evil spirit, who
Yeah.
keeps giving him these things. What actually turns out, though, is it's not an evil spirit. It is a manifestation of his fighting spirit known as a stand.
And
In
it's
other
called-
words,
and it's called like a music like name, isn't it? Music.
later they're based on music.
Ah.
He's known as an angry punchy boy, or Star Platinum.
They're named
His
after tarot
grandfather.
cards. You've played
Tarot card, yeah.
you've played Binding of Isaac, Luke, because you're a gamer. You know what the tarot cards are.
That's
You're saying tarot or tarot?
tarot.
Cards. Binding of
Tarot.
Isaac cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
I play that game.
The grandfather Joseph, who was also from the park Cody you mentioned, has also got a stand that manifests later, known as Hermit Purple, which is like some type of purple vine thingy, and he's with his friend from
Vine?
Egypt.
Vine, like as in Vine, like TikTok.
Purple
Vine.
grabby, thorny.
No,
Like
it's-
Logan Paul.
No,
Yeah,
No,
like
my
Logan
name's
Paul.
Jeff. Vine.
My
fuck
name's
it, he
Jeff.
summons Logan Paul.
Ugh.
Okay.
Good
yeah.
enough.
What
he
a bad
summons
stand.
And he's with his friend called Avdol, who has Magician's Red, a fire bird.
Mohammed Avdol. Actually.
Yes, Avdol for short. Shut it.
Mohammed
So they
Avdol.
persuade him
Yes,
to get-
I am.
Cool.
Sorry.
They persuade him to get out of the prison cell, and he's like, fuck it, you persuaded me, let's go. And they learn that Joseph's mother has been afflicted by a stand of her own, but a bad one that's slowly killing her. In order to stop it from killing her,
Weak.
they have to go and find Dio and kill him. So they start their quest, they go far and wide.
You're
However,
wrong.
before they start their quest, Jotaro encounters a somewhat of a transfer student, known as, I'm going to butcher the name, you say it, Cody?
Kakyoin.
Yes.
Best
Stand is
JoJo
hierarchy
character,
agreed.
might I add.
So they battle it out and they fight, and Kakyoin is finally defeated, bested. However, he was only fighting because he was under the influence of a brain squid that Dio implanted into his skull. that Jotaro surgically removed using his stand, Star Platinum.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, he is now joined their team to go and find Dio, because now Kakyoin is pissed off that he was controlled and wants to kill Dio as well.
No, that's not the reason.
What's the reason again?
Argue.
He wants to save Jotaro's mother because he's a fucking MILF hunter.
That as well, yes.
No, that's the only reason. Only reason.
You're a MILF in. See, I knew there was MILF sex in.
So they start their journey, get a few things, they fight that one, they fight another, I can't remember the specifics. They come across a new person to join their team. Called
Who's that? Me?
Polnareff.
Polnareff.
Am I in JoJo?
No, you're not a JoJo. Actually, you might be in part 5.
Yeah.
You might be.
You get
Anyway.
song though in part 5.
Oh.
And then Mohammed fights him in battle. You have Firebirds, then fights the Silver Chariot, who has a rapier. Fast attacking versus Fire Magic. Fire Magic wins because he outsmarts him.
Wait, Cody, Elliot said the no word.
That was a
You
good
said
one.
the no word.
That was a good one. Luke. That was a good one.
What did I say?
You know what you said.
You know what you said.
Did you naughty man?
I might just keep that one in because that was a good one.
Oh, rapier! It's a weapon. It's
Stop
a long,
saying it.
thin
Stop saying it.
rapier.
Stop saying it.
Trust me. Why would you
Spelled
say
differently.
that? Why would you say that?
Why would you
I
say
will
that?
rape the both
Now
of
I
you
have
in a moment.
Now I have more editing to do. I need to
Cody,
get
it's
more
a fucking
raping.
rapier. It's a long.
Why?
I'm gonna make your job worse for you.
Mate,
yourself.
I already have to export fucking Xbox clips to it. Don't make it harder for me.
You brought this upon yourself.
It was Luke.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Blame
Cody.
it on me. Blame it on me all the time, Cody.
No,
No,
Elliot,
I was
Elliot,
on Elliot's side from the beginning.
Yeah.
Elliot. He's trying to destroy the podcast by ripping us apart. We can't let it happen.
Oh, boo-hoo, you're just jealous that he's better
No.
at your job than you are.
Anyway, part 3. What happened?
Right, you know what, I can't be bothered to explain this. I'm just gonna get a video to do it better for me. Just have some patience for a moment.
Oh, Scary's mod.
Source filmmaker.
Well, who is this by? My
This
turn.
is by
This dude. Go watch the video.
70.
Go watch the
Very
video
good.
because I don't want to be sued.
If you want to know also other
No, we don't care.
instruction. There's other stuff. There's also this guy, Viewer Revere. He does them all summarized. Very funny, very good. Watch them as well. All in order.
Or you know, just watch JoJo's. Kind of might just
Yeah,
be
watch
easier.
that, yeah. My explanation is bad, so this explanation will be better. Let's go.
He's got the cool hat.
Jojo, it's time to go. Don't look at me like that. We've got to go to Egypt and stop Dio from taking over the entire universe. We're taking these assholes too. Are you in? Great! Then we're off tomorrow.
That was a funny joke.
Mr. Joestar, are we there yet?
No.
It looks like the new Pinocchio in the new Pinocchio movie.
Wait! Actually, no, we're not there yet.
So they skip a lot.
Alright, men. We don't know exactly where Dio is. So we have to scour this city from top to bottom to find him. It could take days, and
There he is! Hello. Here he comes. Let's stick together. There's no telling what his stand can do.
guys.
Would you spoil Jojo?
Splitting up? What is this, a Scooby-Doo episode?
Shut up, you bastard! Nobody can deflect the 20-meter radius emerald splash! Take this!
This is sad.
Oh no.
So
Oh
sad.
no.
Get going.
Did.
There you
Oh, he said the N-word. Oh
No.
no! He's the N-word! Ah!
Something might have
Shut.
to Mr. Joestar. Oh, wait. There he is now. It's just you and me now, Jotaro. Speechless, huh? I don't blame you. Now with Joseph out of the picture, I can eliminate you and rid this world of the Joestar bloodline for good. Zawardo! Well. It seems as though our stands really are similar. Your speed and power are on par with the world. But how will you fare against construction equipment? Great work, Jotaro.
I thought you died.
I thought your legs were broken.
I thought you died?
I did. You have to let me go, Polnareff.
You haven't seen the last of me, Joestars. You'll never take down my boyfriend, or my son, or... Shut up. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yeah. And luckily my dog made it out safe and sound.
Why would the French dog die?
That's just a summary of it with very little context.
Yes. So.
And now you're gonna get copyrighted claims.
Yeah, because of Elliot. Anyway, so
I think many people watch this anyway.
part 4.
Yeah.
In April 1999, marine explorer Jotaro Kujo, who used a physics manifestation of physiological energy known as a stand, travels to the Japanese town of Morio, where he meets two high school
Mario.
freshmen. Shut the fuck
Wario.
up. Koichi Hirose and Josuke
Koichi.
Wario.
Mario.
Koichi and Josuke. Whoa, Josuke uses his stand, Crazy Diamond, to restore destroyed objects and heal wounds. Jotaro tells Josuke that he is illegitimate son of Jotaro's grandfather, Joseph Joestar. Oh, he be playing. He be on the sugar daddy websites and will receive some of Joseph's inheritance. Ooh. After school, Josuke encounters a convenience store robbery and steps in after the robbery insults his hair. Josuke discovers that the robbery was being possessed by Aqua Necklace, a stand used by an escaped killer, Angelo Category. Aqua Necklace escapes into the sewers while threatening to kill Josuke. I'll skip a couple episodes.
Luke, reaction, go.
Whoa!
Lovely. Get to the funny hand part.
This is the
The funny hand part. Go on, find it.
Sorry, Wikipedia's hard.
I
Oh my
cheated.
god. Cody's
No.
cheating, guys.
No, I'm not.
Cheater. I mean, I didn't
Cheater,
cheat.
cheater.
After being
And some
fused
fire.
into a stone, Anglo reveals that Josuke and Jotaro had received his stand ability before his execution when a man in school uniform shot him with a century-old bow and arrow mentioned by the name of Joestar family enemy Dio! Angelo attempts to use his destruction to distract Dio and attack a nearby child with Aqua Necklace while Anglo insults Josuke's hair. Josuke completely fuses Anglo with the stone. Realizing the bow and arrow might be what originally Dio's stand, Jotaro decides to remain in the place where people will make fun of you of the name. To investigate the next day, Josuke and Kyuchi pass by a derelict house where Josuke is jumped by Okiyasu and Okiyasu's brother, Keiicho.
Wario.
Keiicho. fires an arrow at Kyochi's neck. Josuke is kept from reaching Kyochi's aid by Okiasu, whose stand, the hand, can scrape away anything its right hand touches and instantly closes the gap left afterwards. Josuke uses this to his advantage by taking Okiasu out, removing the space between him and some plotted plan, which launches towards him and knocks him out. After Kyochi drags Kyochi inside the house, Josuke follows them. Yada yada yada. Yeah, one of the brothers dies. Kyochi falls in love with the person with the hair. There's a Red Hot Chili Pepper reference. I knew you were gonna like that.
Well, would have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the people who are watching at home who don't know who Bo is, Bo
You're a lucky
is,
person. You're a lucky person.
This is a very dangerous man. If you ever come in contact with Bo, lock
Run.
your doors, board your windows, and pray.
Not that it will do much, but
And
Yeah.
then you get to sit, and then they meet the best character in part 4, Rohan.
Is he a femboy?
No, he's a manga artist.
sadly no.
Oh,
And then they're like, "Whoa, there's this guy with a queen reference. His name is like
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Really?
No, he's like, his name is fucking that guy's name,
Kira.
Kira, and he's
Warrior.
like, whoa, he's like, he has a stand which is a cat called Killer Queen reference, and he's like, I can explode anything. I also have an ability called Bite the Dust, and then he kills everyone, but he's like, no, I use Bite the Dust to bring everyone back. And then his son, in quotations, Hayato, very good meme, he's like, whoa, you like have this cat plant which shoots out bubbles that explode or whatever, and he's like, yeah, and then they defeat the bad guy Yoshigai Kira, and he gets run over by an ambulance and dies.
You kind of skipped the entire
That sounds-
show, but okay.
I
Yes.
gave you the entire episode 1 to 5 description. You don't need
1
to watch
to
it.
5.
Yeah, and then I did what I know from memory. Anyway, part 5.
It's almost like the hand was here.
Huh.
Right, okay, that kind of side.
Oh, that was funny.
Part 5, Golden Wind. The one with the funny
And it's
cats.
And the
sure.
Giorno Giovanna.
Giorno Giovanna.
I'm gonna do this in an Italian accent. Bruno Brichetti.
You can hardly say most of the words in the last one in your normal accent.
Leon Abucco. I can say all their names in an Italian accent.
Should I read this one for you?
Mister.
Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Is he in JoJo? Is Mr. Beast in JoJo? Does he do the £100 million?
Sure.
No.
Sure he is.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
He's there.
Beast.
Beast.
No, you go part 5, but I want to say all their names because I like saying their names.
Okay.
Get the wiki thing up so I can read from it like you did the last one, or should I find the wiki?
I don't have the wiki already up. Hold on, let me stream.
Lordy. Wasn't this part rather underrated by most people?
I hope not, because it's my favourite part.
I find it actually really good.
Oh,
Better
no.
than kind of most.
It's my favourite part, so. No, I'm just gonna go.
Ooh, part 5.
Golden Wind.
Golden Wind, this is the one you like. Here,
It's got the boob guy there.
ending. Oh, whoa. Let me do it like this, hold on. Let me just go. Back to you.
We're wasting time. Right, while we wait for them to get stuff up, is there any random other questions besides this whole JoJo's thing?
Yeah, so I found it, Elliot. You can come back.
I'm already here, I never left.
Alright, go.
Plot. Set in 2001, 2 years after the events of Diamond is Unbreakable.
Diamond is
Part
unbreakable.
Yes. Koichi Hirose is sent to Italy and tasked by Jotaro Kujo to search for Giorno Giovanna.
Giorno
Yes.
Giovanna. See, that's why I said I should say that.
Giorno Giovanna.
Giorno Giovanna. He's
Giovanna.
Italian,
Giovanna.
not. I was about to say German. Giorno Giovanna.
Take one slice
How
out.
dare you
Giorno
butcher my
Giovanna.
country like that?
An aspiring mafia gangster who is a son of Dio Brando. Haha, plot twist.
Right,
But-
here's a question. If you guys were Italian, would you be Italian?
Yes. I would want the name Bruno Brucietti.
Most
Cool
likely.
name.
What about you, Elliot?
If I was
Italian.
Italian, then I'd most likely be Italian. Yes.
Yeah, but if you wanted to be.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. If I could choose to be Italian, yeah, I get to say Arrivederci.
I'd say so. Like, I don't know how to answer that properly.
If you had the choice to become Italian right now, would you do it, Elliot?
Oh, if I had a choice,
Yeah.
no, I'd stay English.
Why would you stay English?
He's a
Because I've
roadman,
been-
that's why.
Yeah,
I've been
you're a
learning-
roadman.
He's a
Fuck is that?
roadman. Chav, you're a
Yeah,
chav. Elliot, you've ruined the joke.
Fine, shut up. Should we just get back to the whole description?
Yeah. Oh my
Right. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1. But Dio possessed
Jojo.
the body of Jonathan Joestar at the time of his conception, so technically it is Dio's son, but also Jonathan's body. So it's from Joestar bloodline, but with Dio's head, so it doesn't make too much sense. That aside, Giorno is technically a Joestar and takes more after them than the father he never knew. Despite his blonde hair, the series follows Giorno as he joins the mafia organization Passone.
Passion.
Yes, moving up through its ranks with the intention of becoming its boss to improve life in Italy. Through the series, it reveals that the boss has placed Bruno
Brucietti. Bruno
group with his
Brucietti.
daughter, Trish
Bruno
Una.
Brucietti.
Cool.
Racist.
So that
Trish
he
Una.
may kill her to protect his identity. After
Brucietti.
suffers grievous injuries from the boss's King Crimson, he, Giorno, and the majority of the gang find ways of defeating the boss. Eventually find an ally named Jean-Pierre Polnareff, pole dancing, who helped in killing Giorno's father 13 years ago, eventually giving the gang a trump card, a Requiem arrow. Giorno uses the Requiem arrow, defeats the boss, and becomes the new boss of Passion, as seen in the finale.
So that was
The plot summarized while missing out every single bloody thing.
That's fine, that's fine.
Stop editing the Wikipedia page.
I can... Hey, Dr. J.
Sure.
okay.
Your IP address will be publicly available if you make any edits. Code.
You've been warned.
You've been warned.
Okay.
Watch out. Roadman Wikipedia people are gonna come around to you.
Oh no, them with their bomber jackets.
Yeah.
Why am I like
Elliot might be there though.
You better watch out.
Okay then. So
Right,
that was
Part 6.
No,
Part
no.
6.
Alright, no, let's end it there.
we only
let's
know
Part
the
six.
first arc, Elliot, so it doesn't. So
How about we do a waifu tier list? How about that? I've
We only
heard
know-
a lot about.
Elliot, we
I'm
only
not
know the
about this,
first
come
arc,
on.
so it's not gonna work. We definitely did
Come
just.
on.
We definitely did spend 35 minutes of this podcast talking about JoJo really badly.
I really like JoJo. It sounds like a good thing.
Look, if you mention the waifu tier list one more time, I will skin you and wear it as a fur coat.
Well, why? What's wrong with it?
See,
What's
he,
wrong?
it's because we put all the lollies in D.
I don't like ranking tier lists and that, it's just a part of the reason. Shut up.
Because his opinions are wrong.
I don't like opinions!
What's your opinion on the Kanye situation?
Who the fuck
This
is
is a-
Kanye?
You don't.
Mate,
Kanye West?
yes, Kanye West.
I don't
and the
even know
whole,
who the hell that properly
What
is.
the fuck? It's just.
I spend my time looking at Japanese shit or playing video games. I have
No,
no time for normie affairs.
That's why it's so easy for me just to say, do you know what's going on with god, yeah, it was something like that. Like,
Hey,
this, he just
Hey
break
Luke,
it.
hey Luke, are you Cal the Dragon?
Uh,
Do you know Cal the Dragon?
No, I'm not gonna answer because I know some like.
No,
twist or something.
it's not. It's on. I'm being honest. I don't know why we're okay. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
We're supposed to be talking about anime, not whoever the fuck Kanye West is supposed to be.
Alright, okay.
He was in that one thing with Sprite. I'm really.
It's Cal the Dragon.
Is that Elliot?
Nah, it's Cal the Dragon. He's ginger, so he's Luke.
No.
Okay, so let's go back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Yes,
Regularly. I mean, readily.
Regularly.
This entire experience has been an aneurysm and a half. Let's just get back to it.
Alright, let's go. Alright, you asked me a question. I asked you a question. You asked me a question.
Right, I have a good question for you. Your first interpretations of anime as a whole, what would you categorize it
Do
as
it in
if
one
you
word.
had no idea about it?
Do it in one word. I hope the word
One
is what I
word,
think it's gonna be. Please be the one word I want it to be.
Schizo.
Oh, I was hoping.
Schizophrenic one.
Okay. Answer. You can answer Elliot's questions correctly now.
Okay, no, I'll give you a proper answer. My first interpretations of anime, with the first one I properly watched, and I know you're gonna hate me for this, and you know what it is already. It's Pokemon.
That's the first one I've watched. Why would we
Pokemon
hate you for that?
Stream. I love that. Wow.
That's my favourite anime, for Christ's sake.
Alright, well, this is the one I watched, basically. That's the first one I watched.
I mean,
Good. It's a good one to
technically
start
it
with.
is as well, but I was like, no.
And I
We're
thought,
talking.
why is what they're saying not matching up with, like, their lips? That was my first interpretation of it.
Oh, I never realised. I thought it was like an American animation for such a long time, till people told me it was Japanese. I was like, oh, I see. That was before I became a weeb, so I had no idea. Surprised I didn't. I liked it for 7 years and I had no idea.
Is that a long time ago?
Yeah, it was around like I think year 7 of secondary school is when I was told it was Japanese. I was like, oh really? Yeah.
I want to meet the Elliot when he wasn't the weeb.
That would have been me from like year 7 to year 8.
And he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have though, because that's when he met
What?
you.
True. I mean, in primary school,
I knew him.
yeah.
I knew Elliot before he was a weeb.
What was he like?
I can't remember who I was before
I
then.
don't fucking remember.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
remember
the one thing
remember-
the one thing I remember about him when he wasn't a weeb was he had a trampoline in his garden.
It's gone now, sadly. We
Yeah,
had to get rid of it.
You want to know what I did?
the
with my
tax was too
trampoline?
high.
Trampoline taxes, damn. It's
Damn,
going up nowadays.
British
This is gonna
trampoline
sound-
tax. Ugh.
It's gonna sound really dumb, but I had a trampoline in my garden, and I also had a space hopper as well.
Ooh.
Now, little me
Oh, no.
put 2 and 2 together and thought, ooh, I can
Oh.
box higher
Big brain. Big
if I
brain.
boxed on the space hopper on the trampoline.
What
And
happened?
let's just say, for some like miracle of God, I never broke my neck, or else I wouldn't obviously be here. But yeah, I think I did for I'd say 4 years.
I mean, it worked. First time for everything, even if it is your last.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
not.
I'm a thrill seeker. I'm a thrill seeker, I'd say.
That's not a good way to go about life.
What would you call yourself? A trendsetter? Would you call yourself that?
Child
Because-
seeker.
Oh no.
I kid. I don't have time to stalk people.
Alright, okay. So, Cody, is that one gonna be able to sit down or, for Elliot's own, good or?
Oh, you think I have any good left?
No, he doesn't. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. What?
I don't
Boy.
You have questions. You said you did before this. Ask them.
Yeah, but I don't.
Make them on the spot, alright? Okay. So they have to be they have to be anime related, yeah.
Or
Yes, anime
manga,
related.
or weeb.
Anything anime orientated, I guess.
Okay.
Or just weeb.
So, if you could live in an anime, what anime would you live in? And you can't choose to be the main character. You just got to live in this like anime world as like just literally like a normal guy.
As a normal guy.
But there's nothing stopping you from, you know, growing up and like training to become the main character and stuff. Like,
yeah.
what would you live in?
That's hard. I have like 3 choices already that I picked from the start. I'd say I'd either want to be in Pokemon, because I've always like wanted that as a dream since I was younger. In Konosuba as like a random adventurer.
Yep.
Or Made in Abyss.
That last one doesn't make sense to me.
I know, I love the scenery of it, but the downsides to Made in Abyss I do not want to experience, like not at all. Fuck.
Yeah, it sounds fun though, exploring the abyss until, you know.
You bleed from every orifice by taking a few steps up from a level.
Yeah.
Not too good.
Oh, how about you, Cody? What fantasy would you want to be?
I'd say Pokemon.
So this is a very good question.
Come on, we're losing viewership, Cody, quick! Go!
The views are going down, although we have any in the first place.
I mean...
Do you want me to answer for you?
No.
Stop having an aneurysm and answer.
I mean, so that's you right now, Cody. Stop being that. Stop being you right now. Be me. Be a man of action.
Become Luke.
I want to be in
Yes.
Black Clover. Black Clover.
What's that?
The magic and grimoires and
Yep.
spells and
See,
shit.
I would say Bleach, but I'd be a normal human. I wouldn't be a normal Soul Reaper. So, Black Clover.
True.
Right.
So, I say Pokemon, I like it.
I'd say Black
It's
Clover.
cool. You can enslave animals with balls.
Elliot
Yeah.
said balls. yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay,
That question aside, on to the next one. Wunderbar.
okay, Luke, I have a question.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
first thing that went into your mind when we went onto a train to go to college and I pulled out my manga? What was the first thing that went through your head?
Thank God he's not a furry.
Wow.
I mean,
An honest man.
I was half expecting you to pull out like some
a
like,
fursuit.
fursuit.
Let's see.
But it was just a book. Okay, no. Okay, the real talk. Well, first thing is I thought, what is that book over there? And I saw it, and I saw like the 2 people kissing on the front of it.
Which they weren't. They were looking at each other, but okay.
And then like the raging boner I had right then, just like inverted. Don't ask why.
Lovely.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay for that storyline.
I'm gonna pay for you to shut up, if anything.
I'm just making life hard for myself. It's fine. It's fine.
Safe entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm the
Okay.
clown. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Okay, Cody.
Yeah.
I have a question for you and him.
Oh.
First time you saw me, it's like, so I looked at you. What was the first thing that went into your mind instantly?
Let me
Anime
go.
related?
Yeah. Yes. Like you gotta make it like you gotta like branch it out to an anime storyline.
Ah, I see. What anime character I thought thought of
Yeah.
when I saw you.
Yeah.
I see. Let me take my mind back to 2015. I think it was 16, but it doesn't matter.
Warrior.
Warrior.
Man,
See when I first saw Luke. You know, this might be a bit too easy.
Right, you know what? Okay, now scratch that whole question. Elliot,
Hiroshima.
Yes.
Okay.
when you were indoctrinating Freddy into the cult of anime, what anime did you recommend you first watch?
well, I don't
Oh,
want to say
can
too
I
much.
elaborate on that question? Did he watch
Okay.
it, or did he watch something different?
Yes. My memory's a bit hazy of when I did. He was the first person I converted to a weeblet before you, Cody. The first one I converted. I mean, you
Yeah, but
converted yourself.
I converted myself. I ascended myself.
I think what it was is at the time I was recently into the Azure Lane mobile game, and
Oh yeah, I remember.
I showed it to Freddy out of curiosity because I thought like, God, I know Freddy made like this sort of thing, so I don't want to show
Haha,
him.
it's planes and boats. He'll love it.
There's no planes. There's boats and submarines. That's it.
Yeah.
I showed him it, and I
There's
think
probably
once
planes
I-
on the aircrafts, Elliot.
There are, but they're not anime girls.
That's not
yeah.
all what anime is, Elliot. God.
Am I talking or am I not?
You are talking.
Yeah, Elliot as a conch. Elliot as a conch, piggy. Elliot as a conch, right?
No, we are not doing Lord of the Flies.
Back off.
I have coach. Right. I think it was because I got him into Azure Lane. He liked it. The Azure Lane anime recently came out, and I think I got him to watch that. And also, I recommended like Attack on Titan. I don't know if it was Konosuba. I think I recommended Attack on Titan. And one thing led to another, and he kind of evolved by himself, I guess.
Into loving tanks. Even more
Yeah.
than he already did.
I'm not too sure. I should ask him. I'm not too sure if
Well,
he
we
already.
can expand on that one
military
next.
stuff
We can
or-
expand on that next episode.
Yeah, we can.
Wait, are you talking to Freddy next episode?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Well, okay, I'm gonna put it this way: you've got to do most of the legwork when talking to Freddy. He's very
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah. I've spoken to him before.
I
Well-
speak to him on the daily. Against my
That's
own
too
will.
hard. That's too hard.
No, he good man. Good man.
Okay.
So did that answer your question, or was there...
No, yeah, that answered my question. That answered my question.
Memory's a bit hazy back then, so...
Alright. Shoot one.
Auschwitz.
No.
No.
I got one.
Shoot. Yeah, go.
Because when I first became a weeb, it was during a time when we could not see each other. And then I came back
Sad
to
times.
school, and I was a weeb. When you found out I was a weeb, what went through your mental mind, and what did you think?
Well, alright, I'm gonna be. When I found out you're a weeb, like, you know, in like anime where like a fish. You know the fisheye camera lens that like zooms in on the character, right?
Oh yeah.
And it like shows they're like going like crazy or something. That's what happened. My life was an anime. Yeah, by the way, it'd be called Muck Maverick. That's what my anime would be.
That's your anime. What? I got the next question.
And then
Awful.
yeah,
Awful.
it'd be like, and then in my mind it'd be like, what? And then it'd like echo the sky. Yeah, I'm visualizing it right now.
You were like this.
Yes, that is what I was like. Yeah. All right, Cody. When you first found out I was ginger, What was the first?
This isn't even anime anymore. So you mean when we first ever saw you?
Yeah.
Well, shit, looks like Santa's elf escaped again. We better round them all up.
Fiddly dee, let me get you the wishes for you.
Okay, that's like Cody answer. It's a very serious question. It's not a laughing matter, Cody.
Yeah.
What did you think when you found out he was ginger?
Cody, I'm a real leprechaun, alright? Don't laugh at me.
It's not a laughing matter, young man. Not at all, no?
I think the first thing I ever said when I saw you, I think I said to Elliot, not you, the other one. Hey, look, it's Corey 2.0. I'm pretty sure I said that to him. So.
How dare you insult me like that? How dare you?
But then I started talking to you, and then I realized, nah, Corey is a Luke 2.0. That's when I
It's the
realized.
same thing, in a way.
Yeah.
But Luke's the OG now, even though.
Shout out to my man Corey. put like a really like low res image of Corey on screen now. Please.
Yes, I have many of those. I'll try and find one.
Alright, okay, I'll stop. Back to anime. I'm sorry. Got a bit sidetracked.
I think I got a question for you. On a random stroke of luck, if you were to ever become a weeb, would you? It's kind of a weird question. I don't even know how you answer that.
So this is hard. It depends on circumstances, you see. If I'm in a relationship with someone and they happen to be a weeaboo, I might embrace it to, you know, strengthen the relationship with that person.
So, like, get a more understanding of their interests as well.
Yeah, you know. It's like a respect thing, you know?
Respect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if it's just me by myself, no. Because I don't have any... I'm not motivated enough to put in the effort and time to research my stuff about that. How my mind works is if I enjoy something, I'll like pursue it like infinitely, and I won't stop for a very long time until I get 100% burnt out on it. But if I'm not interested in something, I mean, there could be a day where I suddenly do become interested in anime, and by all means I'd be a weeaboo then. But if I'm not interested in it, like currently.
I mean, in order for that to occur, maybe there is a show out there that you don't know much of yet, and if you were to see the show, you may really like it. What that show may be, I have no idea. That's for you to find out.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, obviously, there's a lot of anime out there for like a lot of different things.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah. But I don't really know what my exact interests are. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. When I became a weeb, it was just by sheer chance, coincidence. I didn't even plan to like anime whatsoever. It was just by sheer chance.
I mean, for me...
I have a guy at a college called Theo. He's like a big anime guy, same as Ty actually. You know Ty.
I was gonna say, something about you, Luke. You attract a lot of weebs. Me, Elliot, Ty, Theo.
Yeah, what can I say?
You're like a weeb magnet.
A weeb magnet. Because how much I'm not a weeb. It attracts weebs to try.
Exactly.
A dogged resilience sparks inside you. I'm sorry.
Silent again. Silence is not good for a podcast.
So.
Anyway, dance time.
Silent, you.
Dancing. On about dancing. I showed you some openings earlier, Luke. What did you think of? What do you think of Japanese music?
obviously, if I could speak and understand Japanese, I think I would appreciate it more.
Oh
But
yeah, definitely.
okay, no, alright, no. But this goes for all languages, music, right? If there is a basis where if you like understand like basic like music principles, then you can appreciate music, whatever the language is. And I could really hear that there's a lot of like cool like instruments in like most of these openings. But it'd be better if I knew what the vocals meant. But I could hear that there were some emotion behind the vocalists and what they were saying in the openings. Obviously, I didn't understand it.
What if you were to listen to an English cover? So same instrumentals, maybe slightly tweaked, but in English.
Funny enough, you said that earlier because I have listened and I enjoyed it for a while. I've listened to the English version of the Tokyo Ghoul opening. I'll send you to the one I found that I like.
I mean, I've heard it in both Japanese and English many times. But I mean, if you do like the whole thought of it being in English, perhaps try to find some openings you've heard before and see if there's English covers of them. Of course, the translations may vary depending who you find.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, you get a rough gist of what it is, because all of them are similar or the same, but certain parts, like in the chorus, maybe like at the start, maybe ever so slightly different. Oh, Jonathan Young. Yeah, he does great covers. He's good. Right. More questions.
Next question.
We should have made a list.
Yeah.
We really should have made a list.
Alright. No, okay, no. Oh, don't worry, I'll get some wacky questions in a bit. You just gotta give me time. It's build up, it is.
Build up, yeah.
So, anime. What a funny thing that is. I know anime. I've taken. I know the Tokyo Ghoul. I know the Saitama. And I even know the Punchman, yeah. Alright. If you're like, okay, no, here's a good question. If you're stuck on a desert island, right? Okay, and like, you don't like get sustenance or nutrients by conventional means of food and water. You only get it through anime, but you can only watch one anime, and you can only watch that like one series, that one anime forever for sustenance and nutrients until that like someone rescues you. What anime and what season would you watch?
Ooh.
So a show you would continuously rewatch without getting burnt out.
Yeah. Well, no, you will get burnt out, but you need to watch it for nutrients.
Yeah, and is it the entire show or just one season?
No, just one season, one season.
If it was the entire show, I think One Piece, obviously, but if it's only one season...
I think that's why I did it. Come on.
It's a bit of a tough one to say with only one season.
Yeah, well,
okay.
That's the nature of a good question.
Okay. I think I would go with the Attack on Kurakuda Town from Bleach. My favourite arc in Bleach. My favourite anime. I mean,
Okay.
just I've read it multiple times, watched it multiple times already. It's just it's really good. I think just because even if I do die on that desert island, at least I get to watch my favourite anime before I die.
No, you won't die though, because it's giving you nutrients every time you watch it.
True. I mean, yeah, I definitely go with my favourite arc from Bleach, Attack on Kurakuda Town, because why not? My favourite, I could watch it all the time.
How about you, Elliot?
That's actually a hard one to say. Because there was only one season, you kind of think of like a season that has a lot of episodes to it. So not a 12 episode one, but more like a 24 episode one. That's actually kind of hard because it'll get to a point where you would almost be able to recite it word by word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Along with the show.
Oh, can you watch it in dub and sub?
No. Okay, no, you have to choose between dub or sub.
Okay,
Let's
so
put it in sub, I'd say.
sub, yeah. I'm just thinking if you can watch it in both, it gives you more variety.
Nope.
No
Same
variety.
thing.
No variety is allowed here.
Not on Luke's Island.
Luke's Island.
Yeah, forget Love Island. We're going to Luke's Island.
I'd watch that. I'd watch Luke's Island. It's like Total Drama Island, but for Luke.
Oh, gross. That had teenagers in. I don't like teenagers. Also, it's not anime, and
Yeah.
anime. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Just saying words.
I
Words are
mean-
coming out.
I may also do part 5 JoJo, but that's just because love that. So love that part. But I definitely go with Luke.
Right.
I'd probably say... It's hard, it really is hard. Hold on. I might have a fix to this. Just let me get my list of all my watched shows.
I feel like Pokemon has quite long series.
They do, but if we're talking like Sun and Moon, there's Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, which is a continuation. Technically a second season, but not a second season at the same time. I don't know how to display it. It's different depending on what site you go on.
Well, the official Wikipedia like classification of a season for that like particular show is what you can use basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably say either the first or maybe the first. God, this is really hard to say. Only one season.
But I think of something.
Yeah. I'm looking. There's so many good ones, though. Okay, I think I might know. So, say the scenario again. We're stuck on an island, right?
Yep.
Nothing at all. Just only one show.
Yeah,
to
okay.
choose from. That's it.
Yes. So your only way of nutrients, both hydration and food, is through watching the same season of one show over and over again. And even if you get burnt out of it, you're still gonna have to watch it, or else you die.
Okay, I think I might know what show it is then.
And you have to watch it for how long it takes you to get rescued. And you can like do things to speed up the rescue attempt. For example, smoke signals and help in rocks and stuff. You know.
I'd say the show I would choose would be Redo of Healer.
Okay. How'd you
Redo
spell
of
that?
Healer.
No.
Redo of Healer.
Redo, so REDO of Healer.
Of Healer. Okay.
Yeah. Like Redo of a Healer. I have my reasons for why, because when you think about it,
I don't want to
people
hear
don't
this.
like I know people don't like the show too much because they can't, well, their feeble, pathetic, vanilla brains can't handle the true intricacies of fine torture and art.
Torture.
Okay, you don't know the show, especially never look into it.
Yeah.
If you watch the first 2 episodes, you'll kind of see why most people don't like it. But generally, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It's a revenge story in a way. It doesn't make too much sense in the whole healing magic. Like healing magic can do everything, but it does also make sense at the same time. But it's an anime; it should make sense. It's entertaining, perverse, horrifying, but fun.
BDSM anime, basically.
Kind of. It's a mixture of magic and fucked up shit, but pretty cool at the same time. I mean, the second episode was just brilliant to watch. The torture scene was great. I enjoy this stuff, okay? I would watch it. Read over Healer. That's what I choose.
No. I don't have anything against it.
I don't have anything against it either. It's just
You haven't seen the
Listen.
show.
I know, but I mean, I've seen. No, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there because I'm getting trouble. Anyway,
Yes, you will.
anywho,
Any more, Fred? Any more? I mean, question-wise, perhaps questions of past, present, future, what you want to. I mean,
okay, future.
I don't know.
Future. Yeah.
Future. So, the future was in your hands, right? And you can
Okay.
mold it to whatever you want to be.
I'd crush it.
Alright, but not in a nihilistic sense. And if you were like
In a
an
weeb
optimist-
sense.
Yeah, in a weeb sense. How would you mold it, and not in like a redo of healer sense?
So
Please don't.
if I
Please
could
don't.
control what happens in the future, you're saying?
Yeah, and you can make it anime or something. I don't know. Make it anime.
I mean, the first thing I'd do is 1,000 Year Blood War arc come out tomorrow.
So like something like for the like that will affect whole of humanity,
The whole.
or better or for worse. So you can make it a hellscape, or you can make it a utopia.
I mean. I could change the future.
I mean, I kind of had a more tame interpretation of what you meant. I thought you meant if I could control the future of the world.
Yeah.
I thought it was only going to be kept to like human means, no alternating of.
Oh, okay. No. I'll tell you what. We'll start with human means first, shall we?
Okay.
Well, I thought what I would kind of do is not really raise awareness, but make it so the rest of the world has more understanding and less of a narcissistic viewpoint on weebs in general. We're not that bad compared to other people, because there are some people in the world that you just have to question what the fuck they're into. Like, why do they exist? I'm better because the stuff I'm interested in is fake. There is no harm
I
being
mean,
done. I mean, those
okay,
sort
yeah.
of
Okay.
that is in real life.
Yeah, I
And do
guess.
stuff in real life. That's fucked up.
Are you referring to a certain community by any chance? Because
I'm not referring to the furries. They're fine. So long as
Really?
they don't take it too far. So long as they don't take it too far, I'm a-okay. That's fine with me.
I hate the furries, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the people who generally do like. People actually view that as positive things, which is even more messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's People on Twitter and stuff who say.
Oh, Twitter.
You know, bad shit always comes from Twitter,
Yeah,
literally.
it's just always Twitter.
I mean, if I were to say anything at all, because a lot of interpretations of weebs are misinterpretations. There are those who have like a greater understanding as to why people from other countries, because a weeb basically means someone who likes Japanese culture who isn't Japanese. That's the borderline term of it. Nothing more, nothing less. A lot of people, especially if I'm in secondary school, they would always assume that it meant more. How there's like the misinterpretation that every weeb's either a paedophile, which isn't true. I mean,
No, everyone's. Well, it's like.
no, that's a lie. With lollicons or shotguns.
It's
different.
It's if whenever someone was like, "Oh, that's a weeb," they'd always, they didn't know what it really meant, they'd interpret as, they watch
Swordsman in old Kado era Japan.
Yeah.
The samurai and shinobi.
It's stupid how
people really have that kind of really.
Yeah, they think that either Japan or weebs in general are the whole samurai, shinobi, or.
You can't be dumb. You can't be that dumb.
I wouldn't bring it up if it was fake.
People always always used to be like what they always say. No, I'm not gonna watch anime because all it is. But yeah,
I would raise awareness so people actually.
To be fair, you want to do that. That's kind of happening already because there's a lot more weebs than there was before. Mainly because it's starting to kind of become a trend to be a weeb.
Not really.
Slightly, there's like a slight bit that is becoming a bit of a trend.
But Cody,
Like,
there's a
Attack on
fact that-
Titan is a trend.
Well, the newer seasons, because they're newer, they are getting
Yeah.
more popularity.
Well, yeah,
They're being advertised on social media sites, and because of that, more people who aren't used to
They're like,
anime
"Ooh,
or
I'll
are
watch
used to it,
this.
they
I'll
see it,
watch this," and then they'll be like, I'm a full-on weeb now. I've been a weeb for 5 years, even though they've only just finished watching Attack on Titan."
which is bad because then that gives the worst representation to weebs in general. Where you have these weeblets, those who are new to it, take on these like ideologies that they know a lot more than they actually do. I mean, I was like that when I was going to anime. It was horrible, and then because of their actions and what they say, what they do, everyone
Everyone else
else
is
thinks
like, "Oh
that we're
no."
all the same. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we're not. I mean, it's silly. It's controversial topics. Best not to get into it too much. So yeah, anyway, fun fact before you say any more, Luke. Sorry, fun fact. I could be mistaken, but I think a while ago, maybe a few years ago, probably 5, 8, I'm not sure. But calling someone a weeaboo used to be like a slang term. It used to be somewhat offensive.
Slam. Oh, what? As in
Like-
Slang.
as in if you were in native Japan, you were born in Japan, you call someone a weeaboo, that would be offensive. And someone who's sort of a sucker.
I think, but even if you weren't from like Japan, you just liked Japanese stuff. Being called a weeb or weeaboo used to be an insult. In a
Yeah,
way.
like, "Ha, you weeb."
Yeah, but now we've realised that we
Like
just kind of laugh at it.
Like
Well, I said
how
more-
someone would go to you and go, "Ha, you're ginger," like that.
Oh, don't worry, I get that a lot. I don't.
Yeah, I know, as in, but like they really mean it offensively and not a joke, like us.
Because it kind of got to a point where we heard it. I think it got to a point where we heard it so many times, just like fuck it, yeah we are. So what? Embrace it. And then it just became less effective, and now we just accept it as a thing. Because I'm pretty sure it used to be a slang term. I think it used to be a slang term. I could be mistaken, but I think it used to be.
I think I remember because I remember watching like during the Leafy era. I remember watching old Parasynical and Leafy videos, and they used to say like "weeaboo," like like when they're like really crappy like clickbait, like YouTube thumbnails like "weeaboo gets kicked out of like school and stuff or something like that. Like
Oh,
had it
yeah.
all caps. Do you get what I mean by that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think that it does hold some truth to it there, Elliot. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. I say that's a good way to alter reality while not altering it like super much. How about you, Cody? What would you do?
I mean,
While keeping it like normal. We'll move on to like the fun stuff in a second.
Yeah, the fun shit.
I mean, I probably would do the same, but
Oh come on! No,
but then again, maybe I wouldn't because, like, weebs being a small community is kind of good because when you find each other in the wild, you're like, whoa, weeb, that's crazy.
It's a rare occurrence.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
it's
want
like-
to speak up about it too much,
Yeah.
because the whole like, misinterpretation thing again.
Exactly. But if I could just change the future, well, yeah,
You just do that.
yeah.
Alright.
I mean,
Okay, now
yeah.
the fun shit.
A bit of a hard question, but yeah.
Right, the fun stuff.
Alright, Elliot.
Mhm.
You could change the future in any way now, so there's no bars now. No bars. Literally. You want to make reality an anime? You go right ahead, you're good now.
It would still be based off our current, as of present day, economy and cultures across the entire world.
Yeah.
So shaping it too much could be a massive imbalance unless we were to reshape the very foundations that built up.
You can
How
do
I
that
want
if
it.
you wish.
What I would probably do is I would want to slowly but surely integrate Pokemon into reality, like the Pokemon movies. You know, the live action Detective Pikachu? Something like that.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Detective Pikachu live action thing?
I wanted to, but I didn't get the chance to. Sorry.
I'd say it's pretty good. So I quite liked it. I'd like something like that to happen. not so much that our animals we have currently get replaced by Pokemon, but more Pokemon can integrate with the animals we currently have.
I see.
Of course, population control would be difficult, so
Yeah.
there'd be like a limitation with that.
But you know what I would do?
What would you
No,
do?
I would make it so that everyone could go forward or past in their own timeline, and only their own timeline. We can change something in their future or past, but they could also do this to jump between the timelines of themselves and other people's. So kind of create like a time or something that allows them to transport themselves into other people's timelines. I think that would be a cool way. But obviously it'd be a dystopia in a way, but at the same time a utopia. Because if everyone was to work together, they could make it so that humans never did any horrors, or there was never any, like, you know, mistakes of the past and such. But obviously humans are naturally selfish and greedy beings, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't do that. But to give people the chance to do that would be profound, and it would show if we were really given the chance to change everything, and I mean everything. Would we do it selfishly, or would we work together? Guess that could be an anime as well.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Timelines.
Alright, what would you do, Cody? Change the world completely.
If I could change the world completely, ooh.
Even on a universal level as well, like Elliot. It's kind of reference to.
On a universal level. I would want. What? So many options. I mean,
Cody,
yes.
what you think of what you want to think of? Should I shine some light on the whole term for weebs?
Sure.
Just for looks.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think.
Educate me a little boy.
So from what I found from Google, not a reliable source, but always good to check. Two things I can kind of go off from, and I'm sorry if I do say if these are wrong whatsoever. But from what I found, the whole thing of being called a weeb an insult is it's derived term for a non-Japanese person who is so obsessed with Japanese culture that they wish they were actually Japanese. It's various different levels of intensity. There are those who are so far gone it's just a bit disheartening. Or there are those like me and Cody who just like the culture, and that's about it really. It says that apparently it is a slur meant to be offensive and is often used incorrectly towards people who just enjoy anime.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like casual watchers who just enjoy it but aren't obsessed with like Japan or the culture, technically they're not a weeb because the definition for a weeb are those who are obsessed with Japanese culture. I say I am
The point of
kind
degeneracy.
yeah, essentially. But then the other thing is, have you ever heard of a otaku before?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's someone who's Japan. Like,
No. I
Yeah,
can.
no,
I
no,
have. That's not the full definition of otaku, but okay.
It says a general sense is that otaku are obsessive nerds, and a weeb is a more whatever that word
Otakus
is. Term for
are-
someone of those qualities. Otaku is a term used to describe a Japanese person who is obsessed with their hobby. So something
Yeah.
like anime, manga, video games, like train spotting, bird watching.
Anime,
like,
video games, anime, video games.
Cosplaying.
It's more. Otaku is more people with hobbies to do with things they don't want other people to know.
Kind of.
So-
Not so much able to know. It's more abstract. I'd say.
Abstract. Yeah, abstract. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
word. Yeah. So anime, manga, gaming,
But
So
cosplay.
like a
Whole
collector
point of
in a way.
otaku. Huh?
Think of it like a collector, someone who'd always collect figurines or movie box sets. In Japan, they would be referred to as an otaku because they're kind of like they're an obsessive nerd with
Yeah.
that thing.
They have to be obsessed.
So let's say you
with it,
always
yeah.
collect like Star Wars merchandise or Star Trek merchandise. In this country, you'd be known as like a nerd. In Japan, you'd be known as an otaku.
Yeah.
A weeb is someone who isn't Japanese who is similar like that. So in a way, it
Yeah.
is kind of a slang term, but there are those who are more far gone than others.
Okay, so the proper use of the weeb as a slur would to be for people who are literally, point of degeneracy, like, obsessed. And I mean, like, really,
Obsessed,
like,
yeah.
far gone.
Yeah.
You see it.
The incorrect...
Anime cons. Like
Yeah.
the Comic Cons, but anime related.
Yeah.
Otakus don't always like. Otakus normally talk to other otakus, and that's about it as well. They normally don't want to talk to non-otakus because normally,
In that community of their interest.
yeah.
That's understandable. I mean, why would I, say if I liked, I don't know, brew and cider, want to talk to someone who goes
wine.
train spotting? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, like, polar opposites. But at the same time, though, I imagine there are outliers who do... Well, there's outliers for everything. I imagine there are otakus who wish to talk to other otakus of different interests to gain perspective
Yeah.
on, like, what their interests are. And especially if that other otaku is, say, a romantic interest for the otaku who wishes to talk to them, as long as they reciprocate the same emotions and drive towards each other, then it could work out. I'd just say.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit hard to talk about in general because it is not our native. It's not our native orientation, so to speak. We're not Japanese, so we can't say everything with 100% certainty or give certain claims.
Right.
We're British. We're dumb British people. Your country is not ours, so we're gonna take it.
Well,
But then we're
I'm
gonna
getting
leave.
tired.
No. Let me cut in here. I personally believe that.
We're not as dumb as
Well,
Americans, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
not. Okay,
Americans are far worse.
not as dumb as Americans, but what I'll say though is otaku and nerd are the same thing, but for different cultures.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
it's culturally different. Yeah.
So, in a way, we are similar. It's just we are literally on two different masses of land from each other, so we can't really. We don't have the chance to interact. But obviously, with the introduction of the internet, it makes it easier. But at the end of the day, you can't really beat good old-fashioned human interaction. And although, for I imagine all of us here, that is something we don't like. It's the most useful way of gaining perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's what I say. Do you have any objections to that?
No.
No, I say it's so
No.
quite well. Just a bit of a hard thing to talk about because you don't want to say too much or else you offend more people than you intend to.
You're right. Yeah. I mean,
So it's always a bit hard to say because we're not that educated in everything. We're only children, okay? Pardon our insolence.
Well, we're not children. Right?
I am a child, I'm the youngest here.
I mean,
That being said, if you are below the age of 18, so below the legal age, could you legally, just saying, could you legally pass, not pass, I'm reading this wrong. If you're
be
below the
very
legal
careful,
age,
Elliot. Be very careful.
Yeah, be
fine
careful.
to be a lolicon. Is it fine to be a lolicon if you are below the legal age?
I mean, technically you're not, because I mean, technically the younger you are, the less of a lolicon you are. Because let's say you're the same age as the lolly, you're not a lolicon, you're just normal.
Exactly. But when you
But
become
Elliot,
18,
you're not.
it's then seen as like,
Well, what age is defined a lolly?
It would be roughly, it's below the legal age.
What?
So-
Just below the legal.
So
age.
Less than a
17.
teenager.
So 17.
It's like 14 and younger, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that's only 4 years, so that's not that weird if you're 18. Because when you're 20, they're 6. No, when they're 18, you're 22. So it's not that much of a difference, but it depends how old they are. But
On a side note, I have no interest in real humans or human relationships whatsoever. So fret not, I will never be a beautiful because I do not like.
because
any
you
of that sort of
already are one. Oh,
What would you
that.
say is better, to be interested in real children or fake
Fake.
drawings?
Fake.
Exactly. There's
obviously.
no harm done.
But
they're drawings.
yeah, but then
It's
again,
fucked up. I agree, it is still fucked.
but the problem is, if you like it in drawing form,
it can lead
you
to
can lead to
forming.
being in you can lead to it be forming into real.
That is a possibility. That is a risk. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that I have no interest in humans whatsoever.
Where I see it, the ultimate relationship would be with a machine.
I guess so.
The way I see it, the ultimate relationship would be with you, Luke.
I know, but it's the thing
Got
about it.
it, got him.
Alright, yeah, I'm flattered, but you know, listen, if you could make yourself a machine, perfect, customize your way in, like, you know, customize yourself so that you are, how you say, engineered to be
What
a
you
perfect, you know, a perfect similar to someone else, say another machine. It'd be the perfect relationship. It'd be a, you know, instead of this whole 1 in 1 billion chance of finding your soulmate, you could create your soulmate. And
I mean, yeah.
I know it's weird, but
birth rates would decline and humans will slowly die out.
yeah, and
It's a win-win. Fuck it, it's a win-win.
That's a good thing. I genuinely believe it's a good thing that humans die out because they're a parasitic race, you see.
We've destroyed and taken so much.
And I know us becoming machines might be worse, but here's the thing: we'd be able to progress much more faster because we'd be more single-minded. We'd be a hive mind. It'd be great, but we'd make so much progress that eventually we would forget that we were ever human, and Earth would be abandoned, and then nature and, you know, stuff like that would be able to regrow and reform.
Reform, yeah.
I mean,
But obviously there'd be opposition because emotion and all that.
Yeah.
wasn't it over the course of quarantine though that the Earth was actually starting to slowly heal itself?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Due to how much was actually halted, the Earth was starting to show signs of recuperation. It was slowly
Yeah,
improving.
like
but
I'm
to be
pretty
fair,
sure over lockdown, like ice caps and stuff, global warming like halted. Well, not halted, but it slowed down as well. So it just saved the Earth. But yeah,
It wasn't even. I wouldn't even call it slowly. I would say it went really fast because
yeah.
I believe it saw it as its opportunity to, like,
So,
you know, rehabilitate itself.
yeah,
Since because how fast we're destroying it,
yeah. Just
you sort of, you know, really like try to go for it, if you get what I mean by that. But
yeah.
you know, yeah. But yeah, if anyone wants to become a machine in the future, you know, at me, and yeah, we'll try and gun for it.
Fuse our
We'll
minds
we'll,
as
we'll make a
one. Petition to become a hive mind race. We need at least 1 billion people to sign it.
Easy.
Well, to be entirely honest, from the course of this entire current session, I have not only tarnished my reputation further, but we've gone off topic many times.
I mean, we've also spent half an hour talking about Jojo, to then an hour and a half talking about weird stuff, and now, just in the past 10 minutes, we've talked about machines.
But you see, no,
But yeah,
here's the thing. It's good to talk about the subject of your podcast, but when you mix it up and you make it like,
it gives it variety.
It gives it substance, variety and substance.
Yeah.
Which is good. What are you typing there, Ami?
Oh no. Oh, okay.
So another thing I want to get across, when it comes to lollies, you must protect them.
Alright,
You must protect them, nothing else, or you'll tarnish their beauty. They are cuteness, and cuteness is the future.
Beauty.
They are cute. Not all of them. If we're talking anime, then yes. Reality, fuck no. Children look horrible in real life.
Unless
They're hideous cretins.
If it's your child, you'd think.
I never plan to have a child.
See, this is where the Leadbeater family ends. With this one.
I mean, it was going to continue with my brother, but his chances are as bad as mine. And he's normal.
Yeah. So all I want in life is a happy family now.
Me?
Oh, good luck to my cousins. I'm fucked.
Want to be left alone?
Yeah. The ideal scenario is I go off into Greenland or somewhere really cold, and I just literally I want to become a hermit. I want to set up like a little hut, and I don't want anyone to find me.
Damn. Yeah, I just want a happy family.
So this very well might be the last recording you ever see of Luke Mostrap ever.
Damn. He's probably in Greenland if you want to go find him.
Yep. Come on, try and find me.
It's a Sasquatch. We know the true identity.
The Ginger Man.
Gingerbread man, local sightings. It's become a folklore in Greenland.
Some
Many
say he
tales.
lives in a little cottage. Some say he just sleeps, standing up.
That'd be so weird. That'd be so scary, actually.
Many tales are told.
Imagine
of
just
the
seeing
ginger-
someone standing up and they're asleep. That'd be terrifying.
I mean, most people can. It'll be odd, but people do.
Yeah, it's been very. Just imagine, no, like just they're in the middle of the street, just asleep, just standing there.
Probably a drunk person with really good balance.
Probably.
Chad drunk person.
Chad.
Oh wait, no, actually no. Oh, yeah, no, this is gonna be great.
Oh, what? What are you done?
We'll never know what Luke was on about to this day. He's booking his tickets to Greenland already.
Yeah, no,
Packing
that
his
was
bags.
See, that was a trick. It was.
A trick, you say? Does that mean you're already there?
No.
Yeah. No, you see, my timeline theory actually was correct. I actually managed to put that in effect. I have. See, I've already changed the timeline. You're currently talking to future me.
The fuck?
Oh my god.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon.
Pete, my laptop's like breaking over the frames.
Do you think people in anime have human rights? Because from what I've heard, most animes don't really enforce the Human Rights Act in the anime universe.
I'd not be surprised if they didn't.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, from what I've seen, it's just oh, you're smaller than me, so I'm just gonna kick the shit out of you. You know, the police don't even get involved. You know,
Yeah.
that's just.
I mean, it depends what anime you're
What is
watching,
wrong with
really.
these realities? I know we fantasize about being one of them, but think about it.
I mean, yeah.
You would have your human code stripped away from you. But then again, that is what yeah. No. But what do you think? What is your opinions? Human rights in anime? Ye or nay?
I mean, it depends what anime it is, though.
I say the more tame it is and the more slice of life orientated, then the closer it is to reality. But if we're talking more like shonens or fantasy, then I doubt there's many human rights. Think of all the casualties that occur when the main character and the main bad guy fight one another.
True.
Think of just all those casualties that are never mentioned, all those lives lost. But no one gives a shit because the main character won.
I mean, yeah.
If that was in real life, we'd be screwed. It's kind of a good thing that anime isn't real. Because if it was, then God knows what the hell the world would be now.
Pretty fun world.
Yeah.
It kind of
Die
depends.
easily.
I think that's kind of the beauty of anime, though, or just not really anime, but just story creating in general. You can make your own worlds and your own fantasies just out of anything, really. And there are very interesting concepts and designs out there. Like, some are lesser known, some are more popularly known. I just love that freedom that we have as humans to create our own interpretations of what life could be like.
Exactly. I think that's very special. You can see that in anime a lot. You can. It's
Yeah.
escapist culture.
So you have shows that you can tell are very heavily oriented in them being their own world with no relation to the human world, but they have humans in it. Like take Attack on Titan, for example. Something like that wouldn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
Because not only is the timeline, I think near the Victorian era, I think that's when it's kind of based. I'm not sure.
I think it's a lot earlier than that.
They have aircraft, they have blimps. When was the year that blimps were mainly created?
Fair.
I can't remember, but the technology you can tell.
I mean,
is
yeah, I guess it
not
could be
advanced
Victoria. I
nowadays.
guess it could be around, but yeah.
It feels.
What? Yeah.
He was consumed by the void for a second.
I was. Okay, what were we still talking about? I heard you say.
Alright, I
said.
might call it here actually, if that's alright.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine if you want to. I mean,
Yeah.
we kind of trailed off now.
I mean, yeah, we trailed off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm trying to be
It's not your
entertaining. I tried.
I mean, you did good. You're probably going to be a better guest than Freddy, so.
Much better than the ones we've already had.
Yeah, Leon, angry. I mean, yeah. Right,
Really?
well.
Leon was a bad guest, really?
Well, no, he
Political
wasn't.
screaming.
No, Elliot didn't like him. I liked him because me and Elliot were going up. Me and Leon were agreeing with each other, and Elliot wasn't agreeing. So.
You're still too young. You're still too uncultured.
Okay.
What?
Well.
Weeaboo age.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Because I am actually older than him.
I am benevolent, you swine. You may be older in age, but not in knowledge.
I mean, depends what knowledge it is. I'm way better than at math than you.
Fair point. And your general bands, music, trivia, countries.
Anything that isn't to do with weeb, but then again, I'm still trying to. I'm kind of catching up with you with weeb stuff, so.
I'd like to see you try.
I will have you beat before long.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's
Yes,
been a
mate.
blast. It's been really
it was-
fun. I've enjoyed this actually.
It was great having you.
It's been a laugh.
Yeah, it was a change from not tier lists. So
I'm
yeah.
glad we're not doing that anymore. I do not like ranking stuff.
we have one more tier list to do, Elliot.
No!
It's a goal for Dan where we do the games one. So
Where's the hand? I'm getting the hand.
The hand. Why are you removing yourself from existence?
Yeah, he.
I must go now. I bid you adieu.
Well,
Oh,
goodbye, Cody. Hopefully you don't get
Goodbye.
consumed by the hand.
uh.
Wait, Cody, help! Cody!
No!